Labor Day. We're looking at a stunning shift in California's job market. The most recent state data shows for the first time ever, white-collar jobs in California are shrinking while blue-collar jobs are growing. You probably won't be surprised to learn that a big driver of that shift is AI. Salesforce co-founder and CEO Mark Benioff turned some heads over the weekend after appearing on a podcast to talk about slashing the number of jobs in his company's support division.
I was able to rebalance my headcount on my support. I've reduced it from 9,000 heads to about 5,000 because I need less heads. This is the most exciting thing that's happened, in the last 9 months for Salesforce.
All right. Now, Benioff was not necessarily talking about layoffs. He said a number of those support staffers have been shifted to sales and other divisions. But the principle is the same. AI has already started making some jobs obsolete, and now more and more young people are turning to the trades. John Ramos has more.
This is Los Medanos College in Pittsburgh. It doesn't get the billions of dollars that the state of California gives to the UC system. But in the world of AI, it may actually be training people for more resilient careers than people attending the larger, big-name universities. At Los Medanos College, they specialize in teaching hands-on trade skills, including using the latest technology to prepare young people for the workforce. But Jeff Andre, who teaches in the school's process technology program, says the tech can only do so much.
You can't build a machine that can think like a human or act like a human or look out for each other like humans can, right? So you do need the machines to make your processes successful.
But thinking like a human is exactly what Silicon Valley is trying to get machines to do. And there is a mad race to see how much of it can be put into various companies' workflows. Artificial intelligence is replacing human workers with computer-generated assistants known in the business as agents.
We're now providing digital workers, digital labor. And that is like the huge awakening that this is a new, exciting world.
On the Logan Bartlett podcast, really Salesforce CEO Mark Benioff talked about the impact of AI on his labor pool.
And as an example of that, look at engineering. I think in engineering this year at Salesforce, we're seriously debating maybe we aren't going to hire anybody this year because we have seen such incredible productivity gains because of the agents that work side by side with our engineers.
That may be exciting for Benioff, but for students studying engineering, not so much. It's becoming harder and harder for graduates of prestigious universities to find work at all. Michael Bernick is a workforce consultant and former head of California's Employment Development Department. He says it is white-collar professionals who will be the most threatened by the rise of AI.
The narrative of past labor days over the past 50 years has almost entirely been one of our blue-collar decline. Those jobs are making a comeback. And the important thing about those jobs is that they can't be replaced by AI.
For a long time, the state has steered students to four-year universities, in some ways stigmatizing community colleges and trade schools.
The problem is still, I think, the sort of prejudice of many people against blue-collar jobs, even though these jobs provide more valuable, direct, helpful services to people than many other jobs.
Bernick blames what he calls the education industrial complex. But now it looks like those who learn and teach an actual trade skill may be getting the last laugh.
We're really trying to reach people of all ages right now to say you don't have to just sign up for a four-year school if that's not your thing. Learn a trade, learn a skill, because if you do get a trade or a skill, you can take it anywhere.
Since the pandemic, there have been a number of forces driving the loss of jobs. AI is only one of them. But that technology is just starting to add its influence, making the ability to work with your hands a pretty valuable insurance policy.
A study released just last week by Stanford researchers shows the growing adoption of AI is impacting younger workers' job prospects. It found workers between the ages of 22 and 25 saw a 13% decline in unemployment since 2022 in jobs that heavily use AI, such as customer service and software development. Meantime, the state is trying to better prepare students for the changing workforce. Just last month, Governor Newsom announced partnerships with 4 major tech companies with the goal of bringing AI education to schools and colleges. The agreements with Adobe, Google, IBM, and Microsoft include incorporating their generative AI software into classrooms and providing training and support for educators.